Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Opened up a little early here. I see crude oil jumped out. Getting some nice movement on crude. And let me go ahead and just straighten my workspace up just a little bit. And then we'll do the disclaimer. And we will get this party started a little bit early today. We'll be prepared for the market open. Big move on crude this morning. This broadcast is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. Hey, good morning, Kush. Good morning, Rao. I was just reading, it's funny, crude oil jumped out. I was just reading that they put a ceiling on crude at $90 a barrel. And right now it's popped up to about 82. Let's just take a quick look and see what the NASDAQ did overnight. Took a move down. And in the last hour and a half, it's kind of been in chop. So it doesn't really appear that it's found a direction just yet. The retirement plan did take a long position just now. We're going to stand aside here on the NASDAQ. And we'll continue to run it in these sim accounts. But let's take a look at crude. Crude jumped out on our leaderboard, which is something that we look for. And some really nice volatility. Big move down, big move up. The signal A entry on these are really nice when you see that type of volatility. So the black gold is the strategy on top right now. And it actually did take this short entry, which is a beautiful entry, really. Got into this oversold environment. Now it's retracing back. I put in on my chart here just a simple moving average right at a Ninja Trader. I was going to play around with that. A simple moving average with a 14 period. If we put it at a 15, you can see it took a long entry right here. Got our target. Tremendous risk to reward ratio on this strategy. I really like that position that it's in here. What I was going to try to do is, if I can get some more breathing room, is I'm going to attach my stop to that simple moving average. The modified fast indicator kind of chases price a little bit. We are in a nice position on the gold nugget. I see Rao in the house. I know Rao is a big trader in gold. Let's take a look at the gold chart real quick. Here's that gold trade. So I can go to my indicators and just add a simple moving average, an SMA. I'm just trying this out. And this has a period of 14. A little bit looser. Hey, good morning, Charlie. So we're getting ready for the market open. It's about 9:27, and let's take a quick look at Forex Factory right before the market opens. Unemployment claims at 8:30. That came out. FOMC, Bauman spoke. Home sales at 10. No real big ones. The 10 a.m. existing home sales. Let's see what the unemployment claims were at 8:30. Pretty much unchanged. Not much news there with the unemployment report. Let me see if I can find gold and we'll bring that up. Here we go. Let's bring this one up. I'll put it on the gold nugget. The gold nugget was the one that was hot yesterday. All right, we're about $1,000 away from getting that Apex account over the hump. Let's take a broader picture of the gold chart. Looks like it's not getting those big swings down today. I think overnight it took a big swing down, and now it's retracing. Nope, it's been headed up all morning. And there we go. Let's let things settle down here. Hey, good morning, Dr. Hansen. Have a blessed day, Doctor. And we've got our 50-tick trailing stop on the NASDAQ. Bounce right off to 50. And continue down. What worked well for us yesterday was that haymaker strategy. The haymaker is a signal A on the NASDAQ. And those short rolls were scoring very nicely. Let's see where we are on the haymaker this morning. I know it starts a little early. We're trying to accumulate as much data as possible. Big move down. So, I kind of like the strategies we ran yesterday. Getting this big breakdown from the ES. And then what normally happens is it flips and fakes everybody out and goes to the upside. So let's go back to the ES on the signal A, just because we've been having success with it. ES signal A. See if we can get a trade to the long side there. Looks like it's actually going to go to the short side. I'm gonna wait just a minute here. We could make a move to catch the... I want to see a retracement on that NASDAQ. I'd love to see this RSI line cross up, and then we can catch it to the downside. Just needs a little bit more of a retracement. Let's just take some short entries. So in the settings, I've disabled the long trades right now. And I'm looking to catch a short roll on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we can get this RSI line to get up over the 80. And we can also go with the signal B right now. Let's get the retracement. Okay. Maybe it popped in. I'm not sure. Let's see. Take a look. Yeah, it did. So we got the trade we were looking for. We got the short roll on the NASDAQ on this Apex account, And my stop just went to break even. Oh, a one and done would be nice today, wouldn't it? Come on down. Give me a one and done. Give me a one and done. Give me a one and done all the way. Come on. There you go. One and done, baby. Yes. Okay, there it is. One and done. We are we're about $100 away from the apex. Before it pops back in, I'm going to disable that right quick. So that's what we're looking for. That's why I love this system. It makes me look like a good trader. We got a one and done on the Apex account today. We saw that the market would opened up trending down very strong, and I immediately put my signal A short entries only, and caught the roll. You can see the roll right here, right at 9:35. RSI line came out. System jumped right in. Beautiful entry. And we were able to go. We were able to go all the way. Kim, today I let it. I've been doing it after the open, with the exception of gold. But I stopped trading gold before I open YouTube because I really want to. I don't want to take trades that you can't see, and come on and say, "Hey, I made this money," and nobody else did. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be very helpful. So I have been waiting until the market opens to enable the strategies. The ES, everything is melting down right now. But the system is really designed. If you're joining us for the first time, I'm trading the AI Auto Trader. I'm with Right Line Trading. And we have a system that can simultaneously trade all of the index equities, the NASDAQ futures, the NASDAQ, the E-mini, the Russell, and the Dow. We also have precious metals and energy. We have gold, crude oil. And it's an extremely powerful system. It tracks the flow of institutional money in a number of different ways. And it's fully automated once you enable it. It will execute and manage the trades for you. And I've come to face the facts that a bot can trade far superior to me. I can't trade like that. It follows the rules. It never makes a mistake. And we've designed the system to get you on the sideline with your profit target as quickly as possible. And that's what it did this morning. We got a one and done on the NASDAQ 30 range. That NASDAQ 30 range is looking for, I believe it's 200 ticks of profit. Actually, it was 180. We could have gotten the 200, but I'm not one to be greedy. So let me take a quick peek at where my apex count stands, because I know I'm very close, and maybe we could push it over. I hate to break my rules, but let's take a quick look. It's 52,756. So I'm about $250 away, and I'd love to catch another short roll right here. That same strategy, that signal A, could do it right here. Let's go right back to it. Maybe we can catch $250 here on this roll. I think that's the same one I had. So we're just looking to make 250. I got really nice volume right now, and the really nice trend down. So I'm going to give it one more trade and see if we can get it over the edge. Here we go. Come on down now. This is signal A, entry. We're looking for the short roll. The RSI line and this Laguerre oscillator would have to break out of that green area like it's about to do now. And there's the X, and boom, we're in. So we need about 250 here. Giving us a little heat. Not quite. Not quite. See if I can jump on this ES to the upside. If it'll pop in. There we go. My RSI line might have crossed in the NASDAQ. Now it definitely has. And my 15 EMA turned green on me. So there's a little more risk associated with this trade than our last entry. Take one more shot at it. And then we'll take a look at some of these other strategies. Oh. Pop me in short. Nice and tight to the 50, but it's going the wrong way on us. Go back down. Yeah, that 15 is acting as go ahead. Coming dangerously close to my stop. Okay. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll take the 500. I hate to turn it into a losing day. I'm going to leave the ES signal A on. Might catch a pop to the upside. So let's see what the accounts are doing. Crude oil is really crushing it. The black gold strategy. Two-minute signal A. It's never easy. You know, if it was easy, the victories wouldn't be so sweet. So it's going to make us work for it. Black gold. Wow. Tempting to flip it on black gold. So you can see the system. It's simultaneously trading gold, crude oil, and doing it extremely effectively. Yeah, there is a filter, Dan, in the strategy parameters that we could, I always refer to it as our market structure, where the 15 would have to be on top of the 50. Absolutely. Let me show it to you. In Module 1 of the of those masterclass modules, might get this big roll up, big bounce. What you're asking, Dan, is if I go to my strategy inputs, you can, if you wanted to have them both enabled, take long or short, and not use the feature that I just did, what I could do in my parameters of my signal A entry, I can use this 1550 signal. I can have my, and I like to refer to these as my market structure. With the 15 signal, on a short trade, the 15 would have to be red. On a 50 signal, on a short trade, it would have to be red, and vice versa on a long trade. And then it has the market structure. On a short trade, the 50 would have to be above the 15, below or below price. And that would prevent it from taking a long trade using market structure. for me, it's a little more quicker and easier if I see it just trending hard in one direction, just to quickly disable this take long or take short. But then once it starts getting volatile, like now I just saw that big move up, kind of give it more leeway to take both directions. This black gold may pop up to the upside here. I don't know if I have time to do it. So I'll try to build a quick strategy on black gold since it's doing so well. And try to catch it. I'll put my instrument to crude oil. And I'll quickly put it on that Apex account and try to get this pop up to the upside. Okay. Kind of like that 2-minute roll right now, too. Going to add a 2-minute on the NASDAQ on a signal A. Try to get that roll on the 2-minute. Looks nice. All right. So we're looking for the crude to pop up long, and we're looking for the short roll on the 2-minute here. I'm going to disable my ES on the Apex account. It's a good chance it popped me into that trade. Nope. We did get that bounce up. I might have been too late. That entry is on the same bar, and I might not have had it enabled in time. The 2-minute bot, Ben, the NASDAQ 2-minute is, yes, the data series of that strategy is looking at a 2-minute. Just like this chart right up here to the top right. That's our retirement plan strategy. Runs on a 2-minute data series. The Dow's been trading really nicely this morning. I put it up to the top left. We're getting a little bit of some sideways action here. So that might have popped me in on my live account too. Yeah, it did. Let's take a look at this trade here. This is the trade on the 2-minute here, Ben. This is our retirement plan strategy. And we're looking for a roll to the downside. Volume is a little lower than I'd like it to be. Let's see where volume comes. Giving me some heat, huh? Yeah. Things started so well. Went right back in. It liked that trade. It went right back in. Love to put a little distance between me and that stop. Give me some breathing room here. It's trying. It just can't push through. Let me move this. There we go. Come on down. Really want to take the risk off of this trade. We will certainly find out, Ben. Time will tell. I hope you're wrong. It is a battle. Love to get a little breathing room here. Really close there for the stop to go to break even, plus 11. Very close. Come on down. Oh, there it should have went. Okay. Yeah, we got the short roll on crude. So we're back in this trade here. Let's see if we can get crude to mature to the downside. Kind of got the roll I was looking for. Yeah, there's a small delay, Ben, on YouTube. I think Google puts like a 10-second delay on, just to make sure nothing inappropriate is broadcast live. That's my only guess. Or it's just the cloud. There's just a delay in it. Yeah, if you could tell me what to do with my stop here, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just kidding. Trailing eats the profit? Potentially. Those are the hard decisions I've found with trading. Is what Rao just mentioned, for trailing the trades. If we're trading a prop account, we know we have that trailing drawdown that looks at our high water mark. So, how much do we really want to give back on a trade is the question. I'm going to tighten this up just a little, but I want to give it room. I went with crude oil mainly because of the results it got this morning and the volatility it's showing on the chart. That's why I decided to enable this one. Can't really be dogmatic about the instruments we trade. We just want them to make money. That's all that matters. I'm at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this right to that simple moving average. And now I have a momentum-based trailing stop. I've taken the discretion out of the trade. My emotions always get the best of me. So I'd rather just have it a trailing stop based on momentum. If momentum shifts, I want to get the heck out of the trade. If it continues down, I'd like to stay in for as long as possible. So that's basically what I just did. I attached my stop to a simple moving average. You can see here the position I'm in on gold, on the gold nugget. I've got very little risk on the crude oil trade. Really, I can only come out ahead. Should the price of crude go down, I'll make money. If it goes up and hits my stop, I'll be at break even. All right, so we ended up at break even. Had some nice potential on that. Let's just see what strategies I have on my Apex. I'm going to take it off of crude for now. And I'm at plus 520. Let's take a look at the E-mini. I always like getting into a trade on the E-mini. Keep an eye on the Dow. It's a nice entry on the Dow, right? A reversal right off of that area of... what I love to do with these is move my stop up above that area and play a little game of peekaboo with my stop just above that area of resistance. So the black gold strategy is up 824. So let me see. The CL black gold. CL 15 range black gold. 15 range black gold. Okay. It's in a trade right now. It's in a short position, but for the session, crude oil and the Dow are on my leaderboard. This is where we are with the apex. We're at 2,500. 2,500. So we need about 500, just a little over 500, to get us where we need to be on that account. The Dow is retesting this area of resistance up here. Well, Ben, I think you were right. You might have called the right direction. Now it's retesting this area here. You know, the $1 million question is, does it break through or does it take a roll? The signal A might have just jumped in to the long side. Let's take a look. Nope. The signal AI drone's not doing well today. And it did. It pushed right through. Overnight highs were 17,770-ish. Dow Diamond, one of the best strategies today. I was looking for a reversal, but it looks like the market is going to push higher on the Dow. It's coming up into a ton. Now it might be a good time for the roll. It's coming into a ton of resistance. The Dow is to the upside. Great job, Ben. Great job. I would be done too. You made a good decision. I'm second guessing taking another trade when I was up 900. You know, you come out and you hit your first trade of the day and you think, hey, things are going well. Maybe today's my day. Gold is looking nice. Gold is looking nice. Here we go. Gold and crude. Yes, sir. Gold is looking nice. Let's take a look at the gold trade. Let's try to move it up out of that shiny part. Yeah, Ben, that's that appointment you set up was with me. Try to do it right at 11:30 sharp. I want to give you a really good understanding of how the bots and strategies work, because with your experience, having the full knowledge of the capabilities of this strategy, you're gonna take your trading to another level. So now this Dow short trade looks really good. If I could manipulate the stops, but I'm not doing it on this sim account, is I would probably push them way above these areas here and let it break through everything to get me. Let it break through absolutely everything. The gold nugget is down today. So yesterday it was up a couple thousand. Today it's down. OYM. The signal A on crude is doing really well today with that volatility. That's the one I very briefly put on my Apex account just a moment ago. Let's keep an eye on the haymaker. And hit some upside resistance, and now it's in some sideways action. You have to show it to me this afternoon at 9:30. I think you showed it to. I think we got together once before, and you showed it to me. Actually, I really like that chart. Yeah, wasn't it you that showed me that chart on TradingView, Ben? I think it was last week. Yes, I remember. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. It was an eye popper. Really liked it. There it goes. The Dow is going to roll. Let's see what happens with the NQ. This is a beauty. Yeah, I remember now. The two MACDs and the range filter. Yep. What was the data series on that chart, Ben? I remember I asked you before. Was it a range chart, a minute chart? Hey, Coppernail, yeah, let's get you going, man. What time? How about 11:15? In 45 minutes. 1 minute. Yep. Does that work for you? Here comes the NASDAQ. It's in this zone there. It's kind of stuck between the 50 and that area of resistance. It's been chopping around pretty good. I love getting into these ES trades off of these areas of support or resistance. We'll be a little patient here. Let's give it a little time. It's. I think Ben might be right. You know, we're just guessing now, but it appears to want to go to the long side. It's just got a lot of upside resistance. We have an indicator. I've seen somebody ask about it before, the consolidation indicator, where you can kind of define areas of consolidation. Let me see if I can get the right settings. Oh, it's not going to show up on this chart. All right, so I will. Coppernail, if you'll call the office. I'm going to put the phone number just in case you don't have it. Today, David Wise, who's our very talented options trader, is going to be doing a webinar, kind of the basics of options trading. Some great information. Here we go. It's looking to break through now. Some good information on the basics of trading options. It wants to continue on up. Take that back. It's chopping around pretty good right now, so we're going to sit tight. Try to find a direction here. So what's nice is if you do decide to order the AI Auto Trader, we set up the entire workspace for you. There's no heavy lifting. There's no guessing what inputs to put in. We've done all the heavy lifting for you. We share your screen. We set up every single strategy with its own SIM account. Meaning you're not risking any capital by trading in that SIM account. A SIM is a paper money account. It's not real money. And we have a special tool that we share with you that will install the AI component, the database, the RLT database, all of the strategies, all of the chart templates, save it to a workspace in the matter of seconds, and I'm not exaggerating. It's really an unbelievably powerful tool to install this, and we let all of the strategies continue to run in their own separate SIM accounts, and the data that it provides us is extremely valuable. We take our top strategies, our best strategies, and we use those if we decide we want to go to a live account or a funded account. And we've really been having a tremendous amount of success. My rules are, for myself, are normally, hey, if I hit over 500 for the day, I'm going to stop. Practice some good capital preservation. Today I came out and hit that big winner, and I was just a few $100s away from getting the passing the evaluation on that Apex. So I let it go. I took a couple more trades, and now I'm up about 520, which is great. I'm very happy with that. And unless something really juicy sets up, we'll just continue to run them in SIM and accumulate data. $2,500 in crude. Wow. Row's been racking it up. Gold and crude. Well, I thought today the NASDAQ was going to really crush it, but we kind of went into this sideways action. E-mini is, you can see I'm looking at my E-mini chart. Now that I really like this one, but this is what it's been doing. It's been taking these entries off this area of resistance, but it keeps bouncing off the 50. That's why I'm kind of standing aside with my live account. But the cash register I see is just slowly, it's like, I like to refer to the E-mini, as a Mack truck, and the NQ as a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. But this thing's, bounced off this area, and I've seen it do it, I'm telling you, every single morning. It'll open in one direction, come right down to support in reverse, and just drift the other way for a huge winner. I missed it today. I kind of got distracted by crude oil because crude was really running up the score, and it still is. But that's really my go-to trade is right after the market opens. It always does this head fake and then reverses and goes the other way. And it's been giving us beautiful trades on this 5-minute ES chart. That's signal A entry. You can see when my little gear pops out. And now it's drifting up. Not a lot of static. The NASDAQ today is giving us a lot of static now. Looking at the E-mini, though, it certainly looks like it's going to be pushing up. Yeah, Rao's been crushing it. Another nice trade on crude. Crude's been doing extremely well. Crude oil's up 800 on the signal A. And the black gold strategy is in this beauty right here. So that's where Rao scored today. Rao scored on crude. I had one opportunity and got a break-even trade. Black gold looks like it's going to be the leader today so far. But listen, things can change very quickly. I've seen it happen before. In the matter of minutes, this thing can put 2,000-3,000 into one of these accounts very easily. Pushing up higher. Let's go to the 30 range. The haymaker is a signal A. So that's looking for a reversal. And let's see if we have a signal B here we could flip over to. If we start trending to the upside, I'd like to be in the game with a signal B. So I'm just going to load up a signal B real quick because I see the market's starting to trend to the upside. So I'm going to put on my NQ30B strategy. And this is the one that should have a 50-tick trailing stop. And I'm going to put that on this. All right, so now I have an A and a B. And I'm keeping an eye on the NASDAQ here. It appears to keep wanting to push up. Yeah, those signal A's on the NASDAQ just fired off. I heard them. The haymaker went in short. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, now that my RSI line broke through the 20, I'm going to look to catch this roll to the upside on the signal A. So let's go back to the signal A. And we're going to look for this bounce off the 50. Just in case it doesn't bounce, what we can do is go to this E-mini and try to catch the reversal. So I'm going to put on the E-mini. I'm going to enable that as well and look for a short roll. So I kind of have the bases covered. If the NASDAQ pops to the upside, I'll be in a long trade there. If not, if it continues down, I'll catch the E-mini short and a roll to the downside. That's the plan. So the NASDAQ, we're watching this line here. We're looking for it to break up through. Now the X just came on my chart. So the next candle, if the conditions continue to be met, it would have fired a trade. But they didn't. So it didn't take the entry. it's very close to a pivot or an area of support or resistance, it's not going to take a trade. I'm sorry, my mic was down. What I was saying was it didn't take this entry because we were too close to the pivot. In the strategy parameters, we have to have a clear path to at least 60 ticks. We're not going to trade right into an area of resistance. Kind of missed that one, didn't I? That pivot got in our way. They might have saved us, though. So now I have to go to my signal B on the NQ. So now I'm taking a trend trade to the upside. I'm thinking about doing the same with the ES. I think it wants to push higher. That's what all the technicals are lined up for. It's testing this area of resistance, trying to push through. I just popped this in now long. So let's see what happens on this trade. Just need a little wiggle room here. This is the hard part. Missed it. All right, just wick me out on that. I'm not going to give up on it, though. YM finally got into a long one. It's going to try to push through that resistance. I'm trying to get long on the ES and the NASDAQ right now. Really love to get the signal A. If I see this gear come down, I'm gonna enable that signal A on the NASDAQ 30 range. I really love those entries right off the 50. Come on down a little further. All right, let's put it on. Let's see if we can catch this bounce. It's not an easy market right now. Give it 10 more minutes. That pivot is, come on. Wow. Oh, I thought for sure it was going to pop me in. It didn't. So crude oil, like Rao was saying, is looks to be the best strategy. It jumped right out, right when I opened YouTube this morning. It started right out on top, and that's where it finished. Hindsight's always 20/20. I had that 900, and normally I would stop right there, but I didn't. I've been desperately trying to get into the E-mini, but I think all the pivots are preventing me from getting in long. Let's see what positions we're in. We're in a huge ES trade on the signal B. And I've had that one enabled. Look at that. Signal B. AI drone. Oh. That was the one I was looking for, too. Couldn't get into that one. I did see it. It was pushing up like a Mack truck. I wanted to play around with the stop strategy. I was talking to one of our members last night, and what he was suggesting is to put a trailing stop equal to my stop that's in the strategy. So the ES strategy has a stop of 15 ticks, just right around 4 points, and it's looking for 90 ticks. Looking for 90, risking 15, looking for 90. So that's a 6-to-1. So what he was recommending, what he suggested, was to trail it by the same 15. $12.50 a tick. So $50 a point. So about $200. I'm going to disable the NASDAQ. Well, you know what? If it breaks through, it might take the trade. So let's keep it enabled. It's just going sideways. It's stuck in this channel. My thinking is once it breaks through, it'll run to the upside. It's been doing this for the last hour or so. And the NASDAQ just keeps slowly pushing higher. I'm sorry, the E-mini is slowly pushing higher. Really like the ES strategy. I always keep an eye on it. It's a sleeper. It very quietly in the background gets into monsters. Saw that one coming too. Well, there we go. We got the cross. Let's see what happens here. Maybe it'll jump in this signal B. I'm afraid it's going to bounce. Come on. Get into that. Signal. Yeah, I do have the signal B. Okay. Oh, no, it didn't take it. Huh. Missed it again. Might not have enough clearance to take the trade. Signal B drone. So if I go to a new strategy and I load the settings of this, look at the ES. Oh my goodness. And I look at the signal B drone. It has to be clear of the pivots and the volume zones by 60 ticks. And I think that's what prevented it from taking that long entry just now. That's the one we were kind of waiting on. So it kind of passed us by on that. So I'm just going to disable this for now. And the ES is a beauty. Attach it right to my modified fast. Still has plenty of room to mature. But if you do have the system, you do trade the system, keep an eye open, because I always notice at 9:30 on the ES, it'll do a big fake out. It'll go one way and then bounce, and then the rest of the morning it'll reverse and go the other way, and gives you a good opportunity. Maybe we catch this signal A coming back up. We'll give it one more shot. the pivots are getting a little bit in the way and of giving us a clear entry. I think that's what the holdup is on the Nasdaq, which is a good thing because the market's ranging. It's really not a trending market. It has a bias to the upside, but it's choppy. It's a choppy market. Definite bias to the upside. Had a couple nice moves. Oh, it just popped us in now. Let's see if we can get on the board here. Mm. Come on, give me a little breathing room here. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to stop with the. Oh, I think it put me right back in. It did. Meant to put a delay on that. All right, let me disable that. So I wound up with a small loss. That's just like the trying to get past these evaluations. You get within 100 or two, and then you hit a roadblock. But that's trading. So the Apex, we started out with a huge winner, 900. Sticking to my rules, I would have been done. I was really close to passing the evaluation. So I figured a couple hundred, let's let it go, and gave it back. So the story of the day has been crude oil. Crude oil is really the hot strategy, and you could see the E-mini again. It's almost every day that it does this. It gets into these sleeper trades that just drift right up into the profit targets. We did give it our best shot, and we'll come back, God willing, tomorrow and try it again. Give me just one moment. I just need to run to the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, I'm back. What I wanted to do before I end this broadcast is I want to put the link in for David Wise's webinar today, because his presentation is really going to cover the basics of options trading. Regardless of your experience level, he's going to be sharing information that's really the basics of successfully trading options. Here at Right Line Trading, we have two really nice equity streams, futures and options. Today's webinar is going to be at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry for the delay. I'm fumbling and bumbling here. Okay. Okay, I've got it now. Trading options for beginners. It's really for all experience levels. David Wise is really a master at trading options. About 15 years ago, his boss laid him off. Went home, became a full-time trader. 6 months down the road, the boss called him back in, tried to rehire him, and David said, "I'm sorry, I can't afford to come back." They told him they couldn't afford to keep him. 6 months later, he couldn't afford to come back. It's at 4:30. You know, he told me that when the boss called him in to lay him off, he kind of walked out of the office, you know, with his head down, his tail between his legs. But it turned out to be the greatest thing that ever happened to him. And that's the way God works sometimes. All things will work together for the good. So I've put the link to register in the chat box. And I hope you'll join David. He's really going to share some great information. I'm tempted to let this ES trade play out here. It's man, it's gone all the way. We did try to get into that trade. I think those pivots prevented my entry, but the signal B certainly did jump into it, and it's riding it higher and higher. And that's a good feeling when you're in those trades because you've got a trailing stop. You could always move that profit target up. So you could only win. It's just a question of how much are you going to win, which is nice. So the cash register, I believe, is on its way to a full winner here, but either way, it's going to have a nice trade. Yeah, the NQ was a little too choppy. It broke out this morning really nicely. Caught that really nice trade. You know, my rule is always, hey, if you're anything over, 500, call it a day. Capital preservation. And it was a one and done day today. Right at 9:35, we caught the short roll to go up 900. And being so close to the evaluation, I broke my own rules. And you could see the result of it. So the lesson being, don't break the rules. If you have a profit target, if I have a profit target and a profit goal or a loss limit, stick to it. That's all. So we've got the link in. My phone number is in. If anybody has any questions, please give us a call. Do us a favor if you would. If you could hit your like on the YouTube. It gives us some traction, and it helps us out as a company. So we certainly would appreciate it. We're going to start giving away some prizes as well, some prop accounts and a few other goodies, which is coming in the very near future. We want you to be part of our inner circle, and we've got a big program coming that you'll have access to the inner circle. And we're going to be launching it all on YouTube. So I hope that you'll like this broadcast and continue to follow us here. And there goes the E-mini. So it's pushing and pushing. My goodness, is it pushing. Beautiful entry. You can see the entry. If I put my properties, and then I'm going to end the broadcast, but if I put my, where is it? My text to black, you'll see the entry on this trade. It's right here, and all the way. So a beautiful entry on the signal B. I'm sure the signal A got it as well. All right, everybody, have a great day. Thank you again for joining me. I hope that you'll come and join us tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Bye-bye.